So you are just done with the NEET examination and you have just started your first year of medical school, and when you sat down for studying, you just saw anatomy book and you started reading. But first paragraph was good, but as you started reading para after para, you found out that it's not that easy. The information is just not getting digested, and you want to imagine things, but you do not have like a proper diagram for each and everything that is written down there. So your brain gets exhausted, and then you finally feel like just we should leave it aside. So I guess I also faced the same problem. So here are few tips to reduce that and how to approach, in short, how to approach the anatomy as a subject. Namaste everyone, this is Abhinandan Patidar, pre-final year medical student at MG Medical College Indore, and in this video I'll be sharing with you some tips to approach the anatomy subject and to make your anatomy study a bit easier. So guys, like you, I also face the same problem which you are facing now, and this is what probably led you to this video. So for me, I also thought that there might be a perfect sequential stepwise manner to approach each and every topic in the anatomy, which is easy, which is not irritating, which is not brain exhausting. But I'm afraid I have no such stuff. But definitely I have few tips which will make your study a bit easier. So in the beginning, like any of the proud NEET qualifier, I was also thinking that I would be sweeping across each and every topic thoroughly, and started the same way, fully determined to complete each and every topic of BD Chaurasia, that is the anatomy book which is used by most of the students in first year of medical school. So I was fully determined that I will study the whole BDC, each and every concept, each and every topic inside the BDC. And also whenever I listen to people sharing advices like you should focus on the important topics one, and then you should approach the other topics, I found it very vague, and I was fully convinced कि नहीं यार पूरा हो जाएगा. And now here I am with the advice that please complete the important topics one, because the thing is, and especially if you are from the boys hostel, and the thing is that there is so much of factual thing, there is so much of content to learn in anatomy, and learning the concept or reading the concept once or understanding the concept once is a different thing, and retaining them all together till the last, till the time before the examination is a different thing. And personally, my personal advice that retaining the whole concept, even the important topics stuff, the data of the important topics is becomes very difficult till the end. So I would advise you to complete the important topics first, strengthen them first, and then go for the or approach the other topics. So the next one is make the skeleton first and then fill the fillings inside gradually. So what does this mean? So if you have started any of the topic of anatomy, you would have found that there is this definition and there is boundaries, then contents, what is in the superficial fascia, what is inside the main contents, and what are the relations, and so on. So you'll find that there is this artery, this lies medial to this, lateral to this, and then this crosses this particular structure, and then to reach that particular structure. So it becomes so messy and irritating. Anyone who have faced this problem would relate that how messy it is. So to overcome this problem, what I did was I just read the main core concept of the heading. For example, in cubital fossa, if you are studying cubital fossa, in the boundaries you will find that in the contents, what are the contents of cubital fossa? So we remember it by a mnemonic called MBBS, that is median nerve, brachial artery, and other stuff. So these are the four things inside. But if you will study that in BDC, there are many more things written, and if you are trying to learn the whole things in one go, all the other than this MBBS of how are the structures passing, what is the relation of the one particular structure with another structure. So if you are trying to learn everything in one go, it would be very hectic, messing, and it would be brain exhausting. So just read the main heading and then learn the core concept that these are the four structures, and then with the gradual reading, because this particular thing is in your mind already. So with the gradual or the next reading, you will be able to learn add few more things to that particular under that particular paragraph. So after 4 to 5 readings, you will have confidence that okay, now this is not irritating, this is not hectic, this is not exhausting, and I have learned the whole topic. So if I want to squeeze it out all in one sentence, so it is just that consume anatomy in pieces, not as a whole. The next step is draw the diagrams out of imagination. So in the very beginning, when I just started studying anatomy and I found out this problem that the data was so compact and I was not able to digest it. So what I did was I took my book at one side, kept the rough copy at another side, and as I was reading through the book, I made the diagrams probable diagrams out of imagination after reading the text. So after I was done with the paragraph, is a whole paragraph, I saw what actually was written in that. So it was a bit easier to consume, to digest. But then when I started applying the previous step, that is made the skeleton first and then start pouring in the fillings inside, I stopped using this thing. So I have this rough diagram, I have the text, and now after this rough diagram, I will compare this rough diagram with the actual diagram in the book if it is available in the book, and in this way I will see that what are the things that have gone wrong and what are the things that are correct. And then since this effort is being involved in this process, active retrieval is being used, so of the fact being retained that you are learning will be more because the effort is involved in this process. Alternatively, what you can do is you just open the atlas, and then after opening the atlas you see the whole topic that you are studying. For example, you are studying in like hand, so in the atlas there may be Thymes atlas or Netter's atlas, 2 atlases are available. So you from any of them you just see the structures how actually they are looking in the atlas, and not just see, because after you will see then again then you will study BDC, you will think that okay, the whole structure was clear, but there are so fine explanation in the BDC that you will not be able to completely relate. So just learn the diagrams in the atlas, just precisely learn that where this fascia is getting attached and from where this fascia is starting, where is the muscle actually starting, from what actual landmark it is starting. So if you learn the diagram, you will learn the proper anatomy, and then it would be relatable. Then this thing you will be able to relate the things that are written in the BD Chaurasia book or any of the book, maybe BD Chaurasia or Vishram Singh, whatever you are using. So this is the thing. So but I use this trick in the very beginning, but the best thing is that just make the skeleton first and start pouring in the fillings with the gradual readings. So the next step is full body approach. Now what does this mean? So like in the beginning I started with the first chapter, studied whole osteology was there, and then started with the next chapter and so on. So instead of doing this, and so you will get the topics like, if for example if you are studying abdomen, you have studied stomach, then you are studying like pancreas, or you are studying spleen. So when you are studying a particular topic, let's say stomach, you will study all the headings, what are relations, what are the blood supply, nerve supply, what are the lymphatic drainage, etc. So when you are studying particularly for stomach, you will remember the whole things in sequence, that this is the blood supply, this is the lymphatic drainage, everything. But as you will learn the next topic and then next, so you will at the end you will have 5 or 7 topics. Now the headings will remain almost same for all of the topics, for spleen, for pancreas, for liver, for stomach. You will study every topic under the same headings. But now the nerve supply, when you were reading that particular topic, you could recall or you could learn the nerve supply of that topic. But now these you have 5 or 6 topics together. Now it would be difficult in recalling what was the nerve supply of stomach, or what was of the liver, or and of the other organs. So there is definitely a problem in recalling. Confusion will definitely set in, that what was the nerve supply of this one, what was the blood supply of that one, and so on. So instead of individually learning them, so these things like blood supply, nerve supply, lymphatic drainage, so study for the whole body. You will get separate videos on YouTube for the blood supply of the whole body, the nerve supply of whole body, and then this you can the lymphatic drainage of the whole body. And if the video is not available on the YouTube, what you can do is just open the BDC and look at the index. Just mark the nerve supply with say yellow color, all the nerve supply of all the topics that you are looking at in the index, and mark the lymphatic drainage with say violet color. So and then study them all together. You will know that this lymphatics are present at this particular point, these are the group of lymphatics present here. So you will get a general idea of the whole body, and you will at that particular moment you will know that this is the lymphatic drainage of stomach, this is of spleen. So you will not have to remember or learn them individually when you are studying the topic. Now if we talk about, you can also extend this particular approach for studying the relations. I thought of it, but due to the lack of time I was not able to do that. So what you can do is study all the relations all together. For example, if you are studying abdomen, then study the relations of all the organs together. You will be able to arrange the, for example, you are studying the relations of stomach. So if you are studying the relations of stomach, you know what is in front of anteriorly, what lies anteriorly to stomach, then what lies posteriorly to stomach. Now if you study the next topic, it was posterior to stomach, and it contains stomach as its anterior relation and posteriorly to that. So in this way you will be able to arrange them, and you will get an idea of how actually the organs are arranged in the abdomen. So the next step is make your own notes. Now if you have watched any of the self-help videos or productivity videos or efficient learning videos, you would have found out that there is something called active retrieval, where effort is if you put in efforts and then learn by testing, you will be able to retain it more, no doubt about it. It is backed by scientific research. But the thing is, notes are necessary as far as anatomy is concerned, because there very compact data is there in anatomy, and when learning a particular topic, no doubt you will be able to learn the whole topic from top to bottom, but when retaining them all together till the end is concerned, it is quite difficult. And at the same time, the revision from the book of all the topics is also very difficult. But if you have handy notes, if you have your handmade notes of all the topics together, your revision will become very time efficient. And just before the examination, when only 1 or 2 days are remaining and you have to revise the whole syllabus, remember, it's not your social science from 10th class or that you will remember whole in 2 or 3 readings, because that was not that data compact, but anatomy is, and you need a time efficient revision just before the examination. You should be able to revise twice or thrice in between the examination. I did not make my notes, but many of my friends who made their handmade notes, the revision was very time efficient, and it saved them a lot of time, and they were able to do multiple revisions, and definitely it helped them in the exam. So yeah, please, if possible, please make your short notes. Now the next tip is, this is particularly important for those who have got their iPads or tablets. So in the tablet or my iPad, I downloaded a software called OneNotes, and it gives you infinite space to write on or make your notes. So because imagining things in anatomy is a big problem. Provided you just have a few diagrams, you can use the atlas, but somewhere the diagram of blood supply is not blood supply of a particular organ is not given. Now you have to imagine that this artery is moving like from lateral side to medially, then it crosses, then it goes downward, forwards, and medially, and imagining it all together is very difficult. So what you can do is just go on the web, write the blood supply of this particular organ. You will get ample of photos. Just select a photo and take the screenshot, or you can also directly copy the Google image into that your note section, and then just as now you have the blood supply picture. Now you can mark as you read in the BD Chaurasia that okay, this is going this particular side. I did it with uterus blood supply. I was not able to imagine that how actually these arteries are supplying the uterus, but when I downloaded the image, I could see in front of my eyes that okay, yeah, this artery is going from this and then it is going downwards at the medial or lateral border, whatever. So I could imagine. The last tip is how I use my video resources. So there are many of the videos that are present on YouTube. So first of all, before jumping straight or into tapping that playing button of the YouTube video, what I used to do was I used to study the headings and a bit of the text from the headings. So in this way, I have prepared a framework of what I'm going to learn from this particular video. So first of all, I will just open the BDC. I would read the headings, a bit of the content from the subheadings, and then I will click on the video, and then I will start watching. So this will help me in two things. First of all, it will help me focus on the complete video, because there will be a quest in the mind that oh, what is being explained in this particular text, okay, what is going to come after this particular thing. So in this way there would be a quest. I would be finding the answers to some of the questions based on the questions that I prepared from that text in the book. So there will be quest, and second, there will be focus throughout the video, so retention would be definitely more. So this will help me in retention, in the focus. And at the time of examination, if we talk about, so I watched, and many of I would say almost all of us watched the Johari MBBS lectures, and they were very helpful. We could pass the examination just because of the Johari lectures. So thank you, Johari sir. The lecture were really good. It made the concept, and also it contained the exact amount of that data that we need to write in the examination. So yes, those were great. So yeah, this was all about the video resources. Now let us summarize what we have talked about in this particular video. So these were my solutions based on the problems I faced, and I hope they were valuable to you as well. So the key takeaways are as follows. So survey the book before watching the video, and then you have to make your own short notes for exam time revision. Make the skeleton first and then pour in the fillings gradually, and also take the screenshot from the Google and then annotate it with the text written in the book, and yeah, make the diagrams out of imagination and read the atlas first, or I would say learn the diagrams of atlas first and then jump into the text of BTC. धन्यवाद.